Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight too.
But the point is if you box with that boxer, you will lose. He is the best.
Winning an Olympic gold medal, clearing out cruiserweight, and now becoming the guy at heavyweight of his generation.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to my lovely friends. Let's start the video. Joe Rogan praised Oleksandr Usyk's victory over Tyson Fury, calling him the best ever. Rogan expressed concern about Fury's condition, suggesting his past fights may have weakened his resilience, contributing to the outcome.
That's a tough fight.
Yeah.
That Usyk guy is talented. He's so talented. He's so small for a heavyweight too. He's nonstop movement and his footwork and everything. It's so different than anybody else. Joshua didn't know what to do with him. He's like, where is this guy going to be when I'm throwing punches? He was moving all over the place.
Joe Rogan praised Oleksandr Usyk as a phenomenal fighter on his podcast, highlighting Usyk's success, exceptional footwork, and technique. Rogan described him as a masterful technician in the heavyweight division, emphasizing his unique ability to outmaneuver opponents. He lauded Usyk's skill and greatness, recognizing him as a standout figure in the world of boxing.
Power, he can excel without having the kind of technique that a guy like Lomachenko and Usyk were trained by the same guy. They were both trained by Lomachenko's father. So they both have extreme technique. And then you have Bivol and Bitter Beef that just fought. Same thing. Both like super Soviet style boxing, and you go, whoa, like this is technique, like really, really high level technique. But it's rare that someone with that kind of technique gets into the heavyweight division.
And that's why Fury is just a magnificent.
Experts agree, if you fight Usyk, you'll lose. He's simply the best. Joe Rogan emphasized this, stating that Usyk's record speaks for itself. However, many fans, particularly Tyson Fury loyalists, find it hard to accept. Despite their reluctance, Usyk's dominance in the ring remains undeniable, solidifying his reputation as one of boxing's greatest champions.
Ahead of Anthony Joshua's fights with him, ahead of everyone's fights with him. You've got to fight a kill or be killed fight. And even then, it's not a guaranteed way to beat him. Like, it doesn't mean if you fight kill or be killed, you're going to win. But the point is if you box with that boxer, you will lose. He is the best at that. I said in that first fight, Tyson Fury had good energy and a good moment up to round 7, and at that point his energy started to go, his punches became less effective, and he was less of a threat. So you need to come into this fight and go in for the kill within those rounds, or you're gonna fucking lose, man. Guaranteed. And I'm not saying like, oh, stick it on him, like as if it's like that simple. You've obviously got to do it, you know, responsibly, cleverly, but you've got to force the issue, because this man, he understands the laws of boxing too well. You've got to break the rules in order to beat him, and that requires you to do unorthodox things, to do unpredictable things. And when you do clip him, empty the fucking gas tank and go after him with every last drop of energy you've got. You've got to race him instead of staying with him, because when you try and stay with him, you have to play by the rules, and when you do that, he wins every fucking time.
Rogan praised Usyk's exceptional skill set, echoing experts who admire his precise footwork and ability to outmaneuver opponents. Usyk's movement allows him to close distances effortlessly, applying calculated pressure. Unlike showy boxers who rely on flash, Usyk is all business, focused on proving he's the world's best fighter through discipline and unmatched technical prowess.
Usyk's movement is so damn good. Nice. Alright, one thing I love about Usyk, he gets right on his opponent. Usyk answered it. He goes, I'm ready. Your Excellency, Turkey, please make this matchup, right? And I love that he's just, you can tell he's an athlete who just wants to prove that he's the best, right? There is no showboating. There is no trash talking. He's like, yes, we can do it. Well, we'll fight again. And I think after he beats Daniel Dubois, he's already beat Daniel Dubois. He's already beat Anthony Joshua twice. He's already beat Tyson Fury twice. If he beats Daniel Dubois twice, there's nothing left for this man to prove in boxing. I think this man lays the gloves down, walks away from the sport of boxing, spend time with his children, his wife. He mentioned his kids are in judo, and I think it'll be awesome for him to be able to walk away from the sport on top.
Teddy Atlas, renowned boxing trainer and analyst, highlighted Oleksandr Usyk's greatness by posing a compelling question: who can beat Usyk? Atlas consistently praises Usyk's unmatched adaptability, emphasizing his exceptional ability to adjust strategies mid-fight, a skill that sets him apart and resonates deeply within the boxing community.
The winner, the guy named Usyk, who always finds it, because he doesn't let it get away from him, because he knew that if he let another round go like that, it could get away from him. The momentum started to flow that way. So what does he do in the 6th round? He comes out and dominates the round. He comes out and takes control. And what does he do for the next 5 rounds, whatever? At least on my scorecard. And maybe on the judges, I didn't see their score. But for the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th round, 5 rounds in all, I give it to him.
Last question for you. One-word answer. It's an easy one. Will anyone in this era beat Oleksandr Usyk, yes or no?
There's one guy out there.
Name him.
Father Time.
Experts like Spencer Oliver and John Rawling highlight Usyk's exceptional qualities beyond the ring. His discipline, humility, and dedication inspire not just boxing fans but athletes across sports. Usyk embodies the true essence of a champion, showcasing excellence both as a fighter and a remarkable role model.
Listen, he's a man of his word, but he's a superstar of what he does inside and outside the ring. You know, we know what's going on in Ukraine and what he stands for, and you know that passion, that emotion comes with him inside the ring, and we see that in his performances. Like, he's a guy, an incredible guy that, like, you get to round 9 and you think now that, you know, they're starting to feel it here, the psychological battle's coming in, they're blowing a gasket, fatigue's setting in, but he's a guy that's got the ability to be able to turn a screw and turn it on in those last championship rounds, and that is the difference between him and the others.
Actually, within the context of a fight, isn't he? He knows when to put the pressure on. He reads a fight so well. And if it's close, you know he's going to find that little extra gear.
John, it's that last 30 seconds of each round when the round's close and you're thinking, which way is this going to go here? Because it was seesawing all the time in there. He's got the ability to, that last 30 seconds, to switch it on, put those combinations together, and that's the eye-catching stuff, the stuff that stays in the judge's mind. And they're the ones where them swing rounds, where they were quite close, that was what was getting him the rounds. And that was just enough. So, you know, he might land a couple of big right hands or a little combination, and that sticks with the judge. And I think that's the way the sort of...
Combat sports journalist Luke Thomas praised Usyk's recent performance as elite, emphasizing his meticulous preparation and flawless execution. Thomas noted that Usyk's dominance silenced critics who questioned his ability to remain at the top, showcasing his unwavering supremacy and skill in the ring at the highest level.
That the people in boxing make around him, and then there is just the fucking wrecking ball that is Oleksandr Usyk, and he shred those plans and never let them come to fruition today with a very, very, very good performance, a elite performance, if ever there was one. I said this during the middle of the broadcast, and I'm going to repeat it here for folks who might be just joining us at the moment, which is that if there was something that really kind of signified the strength of Mayweather in his prime, or at the end of his prime, certainly at a bare minimum, if you didn't get enough rounds to win in the first 6, you're going to be in the latter half of that bout. You got the first 6 rounds to do something, and if you don't really get it going there, it's curtains for you. And Usyk has exactly that same kind of gene. Usyk isn't just good down the stretch when he needs to be. Usyk is clutch. There have been multiple times at cruiserweight against some of his toughest foes, Breedis and others, in that Super 6 series, and certainly at heavyweight as well. There's been rounds he needed to win.
Alexander Usyk's achievements define boxing greatness: Olympic gold medalist, unified cruiserweight champion, and now reigning heavyweight king, showcasing unparalleled skill and determination in the ring.
But the interesting part about this one is, for as clutch as he is, and of course he came through here again yet today in just the most remarkable of fashion, he didn't really have to rescue any part of this. He was never, it seemed like, super down at any point. It was closely contested, in my view, whatever the fucking AI judge was doing. It was still, obviously, it felt a little bit pins and needles in big parts of it. But I just really want to take a moment to appreciate a guy undefeated and has achieved essentially at the highest level everywhere he has gone. He has done winning an Olympic gold medal, clearing out cruiserweight, and now becoming the guy at heavyweight of his generation. 2 times against Joshua, 2 times against Fury, beating Dubois.
Experts praise Usyk's exceptional movement, calling it the key to his success. His fluid footwork, ring intelligence, and control over pace and positioning enable him to outthink and outmaneuver larger opponents, demonstrating unparalleled skill in boxing.
It drove me crazy. But Alexander Usyk is a stud. That dude, is so difficult to fight. He's got great movement, and this is, you know, when we talk about it, he's faster. He's elusive, so Tyson misses a lot of shots on him, which only makes him tired. Tyson was too big, carrying too much weight. I'll give him credit. He actually performed better. You know, when I looked at him at the weigh-in and he kept his jacket on, I was like, dude, you're telling me something.
Why'd you spend 3 months away if you weren't going to get yourself in tip? I felt like he was in good shape.
That's what it seemed like to me. You know, I just looked at it, and, you know, his corner, you know, I would turn on the sound when the round ended to see what his corner would say and stuff, and they were telling him, you know, kind of the right stuff, but they were kind of trying to cheerlead him. They were cheerleading him, trying to get him going and stuff. And it was like, yeah, you're just not the guy that's going to end up beating Usyk. He's got your number, and he understands how to stand in front of you when you throw. He usually starts it. He knows your counter, and then he's countering your counter, and he's landing. And he landed at a much better percentage. He landed more.
His latest victory firmly cements his place as one of the greatest boxers of all time. By dominating his opponents, he has proven his worth in a way that resonates with both fans and critics, making this one a powerful statement.
Usyk winning this fight shows you that he is one of the all-time greats in the sport of boxing, and he's not done yet. You think maybe with that win, it would be like, what else do I have to do? Well, he's going to continue building a legacy and staying in the heavyweight division. I know some people talked about him going down and fighting Jai Opetaia. I don't see that happening. He's 220 plus pounds now. Daniel Dubois wants his revenge. We'll see what happens there. But as of right now, close fight. Usyk is the winner. Again, when I watched live, I saw a draw there. 7-5 Usyk wouldn't upset me. 8-4, again, close round, so I guess I can